Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our legendary MTU Don't Draw Let's Play. We pick things up for episode 14 from turn 60 in the summer season of 202. So we left off last time as we tried our raising strategy, and we realized a couple of things. We're going to need more armies to do it, just so that we can set them out separately, so we can do more effective raising. I think each army can probably handle 2 with the amount of supplies they have, and then, we can recall them and it'd be more effective. But we did test it out. No penalties, doesn't hurt our trustworthiness, doesn't hurt our imperial favor. So basically, free intimidation gain. And we're going to have to keep some armies on the borders for that purpose, because we mentioned at the end of the last episode, Dongzhuo's getting old. And if he dies of old age, and anytime your leader dies of old age, you lose every single point of intimidation, because it's based on your leader. So we're going to have armies at the ready to raise territories to build back up our intimidation should that happen. So that's pretty important. So I think we're going to start planning for a new army this episode for sure. Meanwhile, in the north, we are also going to start attacking Zhang Yan's forces. We might want to do a more synchronized attack, so I don't want this army stranded here this turn, for example. The reason being they can hit us in ambush on offense, so we don't want to give them that opportunity. We want to be in a position where we can end the turn either on ambush or end the turn where we can hit them. So we're going to put Bibu's army also, we're not in striking distance over here either. We need to get through this path here. It's a really weird path. We trespassed them so many times already. But you can see that we can, probably reach there next turn. Let's see how far we can squeeze out. We can march, right? We can get right up to the edge to make sure we can hit them next turn. Everyone's full healed, so there's no issues there. They are trying to get their supply back. They're trying to get their manpower back. They're the army that we tried to start the attack. So over here, we want to build a conscription. So maybe once the conscription is ready, we might rush it. We will build our army here. It's a pretty good place to come out into Xiangyang, and Ma Chao's army can take care of Nanyang. So these two commanderies, sadly, will have all its population murdered, as we will raise them to the ground. And I don't think there's anything else too crazy going on in the background here. We are going to pick 3 generals to do that job, and let's see, from our roster, it could be generals who's currently in the army. We have a bunch of generals who are, stationed in armies for farming rebels. For example, we have Ma Yunwu, who is definitely worthy of coming out into an army. I just don't know whose army we would put her in. Technically, as Ma Chao's little sister, joining the brother's army should be a good choice, but we could opt against that. Is there anyone that really stand out who's not even on the field? Oh, Sun Ce, right. Alright, so we should build Sun Ce army. We should use him as the centerpiece and see who can work well with him. I don't know if I'm keeping the mercenary infantry. They're not that good. Especially since we can get cavalry that has double charge. So that's out of the question. Dongbei being his wife, obviously family synergies, but she is currently in Daddy's army, and that's also fine. When he dies, maybe Sun Ce will take over. That could be an option. So maybe Sun Ce can sit on the bench until the leader actually dies. That could be what we do. And he can be a good emergency officer that needs to be summoned. He has some mercenary unit that can be just, at the ready. So if we're going to stash him, then there's really not anyone in particular. Oh, I want Gao Shun to level up quite a bit. So I want to use him as a centerpiece because his nuclear blast, as we like to call it, the double scattering blow, doubling of the range for the splash damage plus Flame of the Phoenix, it becomes really ridiculous in terms of damage he can output. So who should we put here? It doesn't really matter. Preferably someone who doesn't hate everyone else. Let's use him, and we'll get rid of his retinues. Most commanders are probably not going to be super useful on the battlefield regardless. So we're going to start building up a force here. That's going to be the plan. I think we're going to want to maybe go for something like this. Depends on how fast we want to rush out the army. If Sun Tzu's not coming out in this army, he can get experience doing this for a little bit. Alright, so he will be doing that. We will probably be rushing the building then. So nothing aggressive from our positioning this turn. We might want to borrow her. She's not a burn officer though. I mean, neither is she. Li Ruo is really good at capturing, so I think we might use him. Yeah, I think we'll use Li Ruo as a strategist. Hopefully he gets along with Gao Shun. They should. They're both from Dong Zhuo's faction. And then we'll find them either a sentinel or a champion, for example, to fill out the army. And that's kind of the goal here. Alright, the rest of the money should be first just check spying. We used to have this spy in Cao Cao's faction. We're trying our best to get Guo Jia. It's going to be really tricky. Guess we'll use it on him. Drop him to 16 points. Now we can't check if there's any other additional spies as long as we have these two, but I think we can use up the points for these two real quick and figure things out from there. So we're also going to try to discredit faction. We're actually going to get the brothers. We have both Liu Chong and Liu Qi as our spies to hate each other some more because they have this competition for, you know, throne, and then Liu Qi also has a rivalry for the leader. That's why both of them are kind of competing and complaining about a lot of this stuff, and we want both of them gone. Our real purpose is to grab Huang Zhong, of course, but Huang Zhong is also very difficult to grab. So I think we're just going to lower... Like, they can use this against each other. So Liu Chong is actually going to be like 4 points. Huang Zhong is going to be at 34. If we want to lower them some more, we're going to have to wait for another round of discredit faction, which will take about 2 turns. He will be ready next turn. He's fast, but he will take 2 turns. So we're not going to see any result of this until they're ready to go next turn. I mean, I guess in 2 turns we'll see if we can grab Guo Jia. We need more spy slots, but 3 is what we have, and 3 is what we're going to use. Most of these commanderies are pretty set, which is a good news. I think we're going to spend the money on rushing for... he has extra builds this turn, but we decided not to make this tall for now. Okay. That means we can actually spend money here, get the conscription going. We want the increased starting rank for all units. We can get +3. You know, that's pretty good for our first army being built out over here. I'm actually out of money, but I can build this. We can get it ready next turn with a rush. There we go. All the spying are done. We can take a quick peek of diplomacy. Yuan Shu is probably going to die. He's under siege, remember, by Sha Mo Ke's forces. We're going to wait till we become king and see if we can confederate anyone, but right now that might be it. Are they still going to spawn us rebels? I guess they are. Local character. Let me move them out. Oh, I guess it doesn't... It's -1, so it's actually good. Anyways, let's end turn and see what happens. Cao Cao scheming us with +50 points of diplomatic relations. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I mean, I think he's just trying to improve relationship between us and him. That's what I think he's doing. It's only -25 now. It's not that bad. Still -67 though. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Alright, we do have a rebel spawn because they've been, you know, on my land. Good way to get our intimidation back up because it's dipped below 70. Oh, they're still on the field. 20 points. We'll just be releasing for extra money. Chase them down. I think we can recall all 3. Give them a heal. For safety reasons, I'm gonna move them into the city. Ah, finally getting reach. Now, he's still not gonna lead because we have the capture chance, but I guess now that we're not, I don't think we're attacking them first, right? So I think finish your move so I can switch commanders. And we'll take the Toolmaker and we'll take the Iron Mine this turn. We have 2 more fights that will bounce us back to... we can fight 1, right? We'll be at 98 and then we'll use it and then we'll, you know, bounce it back. They need to finish the fight. Stop sieging. You guys are gonna run out of... You guys are already out of supplies. I want them to kill each other. Who is he at war with? Us. Okay. Okay, that's a pretty straightforward answer right there. Let's summon our army, the one that we planned. Gao Shun being the lead here, the feature. And we're gonna find him a strategist. Okay, Li Ru does not work well, so it seems like we're gonna have to use our Princess of Zhong, Yuan Anyang over here. Which I'm okay with. MTU characters, we can feature them. And maybe Yue Jin, who's been sitting on our bench for quite some time. Yan Yu also as a champion would be more traditional. I don't need turtle units actually. This army is not going to be running juggernauts because we're not fighting a lot of things where we can kill with fire. So I think we're going to do this. And I think for your relationship, we can get a divorce, right? You're 30, you're 35. You catch my drift here. We can invest a little for a nice family bonus. Now, will you actually feel sad about divorce? No. Maybe the husband will feel sad, but not her. And we'll give her a marriage with our fellow general, Gao Shun. No check mark, but no X either, so they don't feel too bad about each other. Now they have a family boost. I'm gonna get rid of all the units because I can recruit them at higher rank due to the conscription building that will be ready soon, and we'll, you know, make this army ready to go. I don't have too many good stuff for you guys though. I mean, it's kind of wasted on you because you're not gonna have turtle formation units anyways. I guess we'll just try to boost instinct first because we're going to obviously recruit units on them. He's super satisfied. Just found him a beautiful wife. Okay, they're gonna sit tight for a little bit. I think we're gonna wait till this finishes, which will happen next turn. Sun Ce is helping them with mustering, and that will be an army that will be ready very, very quickly. And they can come out here and fight in Xiangyang. Elsewhere, we're just going to declare that war. I think we'll fight the war first before we use the diplomacy point. We'll do one battle, and then we'll shift it. I think that'll be okay. Alright, I'm going to just do the spy stuff first. Alright, we want to influence more people to be angry at the faction. So we're gonna come over here, use it again. Now he's gonna leave on his own accord because he's at 0, so he's gonna come back to us. That will free up a slot. We have Wang Zhong at 24. We have Liu Qi at 6. The thing is, I want him to do another discredit faction before he leaves. Lu Meng's also gonna... Okay, we can make Lu Meng leave and come to us. It's sad that he didn't get an art. Or we can wait a turn and try to use it again. The thing is, even if we wait a turn, because he's gonna leave, once he leaves, actually next turn is a chance. Even though we'll lose the 10 points that we used on him, right? Because his discredit faction is gone when he leaves. But the heir is gonna be gone. And if the heir is gone, that turn, we're gonna lose a lot of satisfaction points, so maybe Huang Zhuo will be lower. Basically, we have a shot. Guojia is a 16. We won't know until next turn when we can do another discredit faction. Maybe drops him to 6, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of the roster. Alright, we'll set that up soon. First things first, war against the bandits. Who hates this? You're no longer Yuan Shu's vassal. Sure, they might not feel happy about it, but no one's going to do anything to us about this. This will be a delegate here. And then we're gonna go spend our intimidation. Probably just for cash, right? There's really not much we're asking for around the world. Same number, probably the same amount. I mean, I can only go down in my opinion. Oh, I take that back. I take that back. It went up.
命运难逃，我等只得接受。
一个不留，绝不留情。
Close victory. They have a sizable force. What is this? This is a tool maker. We're gonna have to fight it. I don't want to take that much casualty. The army's not full health to begin with. Alrighty. I expect them to actually charge out. So let's set up accordingly. They can only approach us from these two directions, and we'll have all our machines up and running. Relatively flat surfaces, please. I don't think we'll be using you guys, but just in case, be ready. They have no generals. Here they come. So I think the goal with this army after we beat this toolmaker is to come out of the pass and maybe start looking to start a war with Gongsun Zan actually, because we do want the rest of Taiyuan, which Gongsun Zan controls. Wow, that's a good shot. And then Lu Bu's army will go up to the capital Taiyuan to take out the main army that Zhang Yan has, because that way they can both multitask a little bit without wasting a lot of movement. But once again, when you're fighting against Zhang Yan, you just gotta be careful with, you know, your armies not staying on the open field, because Zhang Yan's ambush will be very annoying offensively speaking. And we're just using fire and all this to decrease morale. Oh my god. Ghosty. Two people got away. One person got away. I like seeing the infantry make it this far. Gives our Juggernaut something to do. It is just brutal. They're gone. So, Captain, you wanna lead by example?
敌军士兵正在溃逃。
Shields up, boys! Shields up! These little shields will protect us from anything the enemy can throw at us. Did they put an oil puddle right there? Oh no, it's the stakes that we can burn up. Okay, I was like, why did it have the light up symbol? I bet they put the oil puddle over here. They usually do. We just need to see a few rocks to remind them, yeah, exactly. You know, what made them run away in the first place. And maybe the smell of, you know, a feast over here will also change their mind. Alrighty.
让这场大胜名扬天下吧！天下大业。
Now, it is a bandit building, so we're gonna have to demolish this piece and then convert this piece. And then we'll be coming out of the pass, and then we'll look to probably go to war with them. There's no deals. And I think he got liberated as well. He's also no one's friend now. Right, so once again, we can take him out. And then he'll just go straight up towards Taiyuan, which is the only piece of land that Zhang Yan still has. And then we're looking to go to war with Gong Sun Zan, who controls a lot of the north, and we'll be setting up vassals and everything once we can. So that's the goal here. Now, what can we build? It's a level 1 iron mine. That could use some work. I also believe that might be our first iron mine, so now we can get shaft mining, which is quite a crucial reform to grab. Their army setup can wait a few turns, the building's not ready, and we don't have the cash. We'll probably do it next turn. And then, I mean, Cao Cao's coming for me, so that army will be waiting for them. Please finish them off. We have a marriage offer from our vassal, no. And I think the army died. Vengeful held. Unbelievable. We're gonna go with charitable, because greedy is one of those traits that we want to reroll and change. Okay, let's see. We might be picking up some former Liu Biao or Cao Cao characters due to the number of, you know. See, he's weird. He's willing to spy, so I know he's not a spy, but he doesn't have a grudge, so he didn't leave at 0 points either. So he just got low and just decided to leave. Kind of odd. Yeah, more Liu Biao characters leaving. See, this one might be a spy. He left, so Liu Bei destroyed his faction, and then Liu Biao, he left because he was dissatisfied due to our moves. So this is Gong Sun Du, obviously. He does have 3 of Liu Biao's unique unit. He might have some items too, so we might be interested in picking him up. Farmer. It looks like Liu Chong didn't leave, right? We didn't get that message. So maybe the father gave him a gift or something like that to keep him happy enough to not leave. He almost had us there. He's a bandit though. Liu Bei's character, so I can't trust him. So Gong Sun Du is probably the one we will grab. We take a look at items and such. It's just the armor. Then maybe not. I mean, he's not a good administrator, not from his traits. And he only has a bronze armor, there's really no point. It looks like he saved himself, but somehow the trait is still off. I mean, maybe it just is not refreshed yet. Because it feels like we should have our trait back on. Alright, let's take a peek. Somehow he gained some happiness, right? He didn't leave. He's a 4 point somehow. Wang Zhong said he can't use it anymore, but he can use another one. So we can use it on anyone we want. Fa Zheng! Hello? I have not used him since the DLC came out. I have not had the honor of mocking someone to death. Ah, the defense is back, but we have enough points. Does that mean Liu Biao's defense is also back? He's at 6 points. I'm going to disown him to open up a slot. Because there's a lot of characters that could turn. Okay, Fa Zheng's not one of those. Which is kind of interesting because Fa Zheng is, you know, historically someone who is open to betraying his lord. Let's see if the defense is back for you. It's not. Okay, so I have free reign here. He's at 0 points. It doesn't matter if he's not willing to spy, he's going to leave the faction. Now the question is, would I be able to fetch him? I still want to discredit faction. Because Huang Zhong is also at 26. You go to 16. 16 isn't going to do anything, but like... he's going to leave, so he's not going to be here to spread the word. I want to use it on people who are not going to leave after we use it. We got him! Okay, and we know Fa Zheng's going to leave. But while we have him... why don't we make Lu Meng leave as well? Right, Lu Meng's at 0. Might as well use Empower Trade. Let's just have the old guy come back. Liu Biao's faction, you know, no one's going to stay here. The sons are going to leave. They're definitely at 0. So both sons will come back to me. Huang Zhong will come back to me. Lu Meng's leaving the faction. Fa Zheng's leaving the faction. Alright, what a pickup. Thank you, Liu Biao. And then we'll free up 3 spy slots to see if we can pick up any of Cao Cao's characters next turn. It's been refreshed. So our trade is back on. Not really to my liking, but it is back on. We know there's an army of Cao Cao coming. So... gonna be... do we want to use titles? I guess we could. He's 100, he's 88. So maybe we can make her a little bit happier. She can start out with general off the left and then shift to something else that would boost her a bit more. Just to save us a little bit of cash here. Oh, do I want a front line or do I want a range? I could go pretty heavy on range for this army. Maybe let's do... 2? Might be too little. 4? And then 2 of these? Huh, we're poor. How are we so poor? I mean, I could save money and do 2 Z militias for the flank protection against enemy cavalry, but I could just countercharge people as well. Alright, that's fine. We can find money somewhere. Not really. Well, if we do a fight, there's always money in a fight. Yeah, after this fight, we're gonna rest up for a little bit, so this is fine. Perfect. Alright, now we have money for not 2 Onyx Dragons, but look at the pathing. The river is hard. We have to go through the path to make things easier. Double level up. He is not an administrator. I want to get these active skills. We're going over here. That's not the active skill we're looking for, but we have a good capture general in place of him because she is higher level, so I'm assuming higher chance. Okay. Okay, why don't you take a step out then, and you come to the path. And then we'll cut from this way over here. We'll just do that. Not too much range. Oh, he pulled back after failing the attack? Like, what's the rationale here? Anyways, we're gonna get a nice influx of generals next turn. Good. Her assignment's leveling her up. And the mustering turn bonus is making this a little bit quicker, I guess. And you can back out of it now, because the bonus already been applied. We have 2 sets here. We don't need anything else like that. Surplus market, we can handle it. We have actually positive enough food bonus to actually just take it. Go for it. Rebellion in 2 turns. Rebellion in... Oh, I guess the crackdown's still on. Zhengjiang's sailing back. Is she gonna try to attack this? Anyways, we're gonna attack Golgan next turn with Dong Zhuo's army. Lu Bu's will go up, pull the ambush here, try to finish off Zhang Yan here. Spies move's already been done. We could, you know, trash talk someone. Gong Sun Zan perhaps shift him down towards below or towards 0, make fighting him a lot easier. Yeah, that's probably what we want to do actually. And then we want to keep ourselves high. Alright, there is no money left for this, so let's continue. Oh? That's interesting. This would be the ideal outcome for us to pick her up. Do we want to keep her faction alive though? Like ideally we don't want to be the one killing her, but she's not going to war with anyone. She's in alliance with Gong Sun Zan. So this will be a problem down the line when we fight Gong Sun Zan. Right? This entire group we're probably going to go to war with, so we can't really do any deals with them, even though we're best friends with a few of them. So I think we'll just cancel. No. Oh man, it happened so quickly. Didn't survive the winter of 202. Dong Zhuo's dead. I mean, Sun Ce's coming out, replacing, that was our plan, but that's a bit sad. We get the Dong Zhuo death animation cutscene. Oh, and we're getting schemed. So instead of coming back to us, he just created a civil war himself and split their faction. 64. This is most tragic. So as I said, intimidation's gone to 0. And obviously with the plus corruption, this is really, really bad. So we want to fight our way out of this. That's the goal. Zhang Yan has moved out, so that's 10 points right there. We're gonna see some rebellions very soon. If we don't fix this, we'll have a lot more rebellions than we want to see. Cao Cao's armies are here. Okay, we have some fight we can do. We're looking for fights. Even this we want to fight. Okay, 1, 2, potentially 3. Satisfaction is also down because we lose the satisfaction bonus, right? No. It's just death of leader, death of friend. Is that what's causing a lot of the... Also because we have no heir, right? Alright, we need to find ourselves an heir. Who's the best one? Wow, look at this weird family tree now. When we pull up our family tree, we see our parents. Sun Quan has been married off to Huang Zu's faction. Oh dear. Dongbai doesn't have like good faction-wide bonus that she needs to be the leader for, so there's no point. We could just shift Dongmin back into the heir position. I mean, he's given the same exact bonuses right now. And then we can pick anyone to fill the prime minister position. Basically give us the most flexibility. Or we can have Dong Zhuo's widow. No, not so good. Minus 15% revenue upkeep. I think we want Zhang Xun as our prime minister. He's a commander as well. The skill tree is a little weird for him. Like, he has skills that's like champion skills, but he has nobility and understanding. He's missing flexibility, basically. But we get public order, satisfaction. Okay, I think he's a winner here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift Uncle Domin to heir. And then shift Zhang Xun to prime minister. Income should go way high. Don't buy is sad because dad died, right? Minus 25, faction leader dead. Sun Tzu can't use sword, so that's one thing. Should he use swords though? Swords are not as strong as polearm weapons. This is a pretty good combat sword though. And it'll increase his authority, so we'll do that. We'll pick up authority horse. We'll provide some faction-wide public order. Martial law doesn't really help us here. We can do natural guidance. We don't actually have a water clock. Surprising. But I think we will eventually get a water clock. Although I think I want the authority boost, so I'm gonna take this. And we're gonna pick up this as well. Okay. And Zhang Xun. Who's using all of these swords? We need to borrow one. Doesn't matter whose, we're just gonna borrow one. We actually don't have, I mean, we have these. Sure, I mean, hold on to that one. I don't think it helped, but it's fine. Don't buy Yuan Anyang, Lady Feng. You're not that happy. You're very happy. Okay. We're gonna pass that one over to Domin next turn. All right. We just got rebuilt that. And I think we will survive. Yeah, now it's negative 29 is the worst. Okay. He became his own faction leaders. Congratulations. How many generals do you take with you? All the unhappy ones, all the useless ones. He's on his way back. This son stayed and became heir. That's why he's not happy. There's no one else in the faction I want. I'm guessing he picked up all the items, so I can recall him soon. I'll let him hang out here for one more turn, and we'll just recall him. That's it. Or I can recall him now. I don't know if the defense is still... I think it timed out. Yeah, I think it timed out. So now the thing is, he's a faction leader. I can't get him to do anything for me. I can't ask him to kill himself. So I'm going to disown him. Because I want to see if we turn anyone from anyone useful. Zhuo from Yuan Shao. Oh, that opens up a lot of doors too. He's going to bounce back. Cao Cao's faction is kind of hard to break through, I feel like. Maybe we start with Yuan Shao's, who I think might be easier. +4, okay. Ma Teng is here. Okay. A lot of good generals, but a lot of really happy generals. I don't actually think we can do too much. Maybe we can snatch Ma Teng. Guo Tu can leave him. Oh, the wife. The wife. Ma Dai is also here. Well, the wife would just straight up leave at this point. Not so happy about the options here. Yeah. I'll leave the spies as it is. We need to start going to war.
朋友，别来无恙，空谈无益，来决一死战吧。
Yeah, during this time where we appear weak, we must show strength. When leaders are lost, we'll show strength.
为了天下苍生，一统天下。
I'm gonna raise it to the ground, this city, and the faction. Oh, we might want to switch generals for better capture rate, because there is some items here that we would love to
怒
get.
吼吧！
Looking at the capture rate, personal is at 39. I'm guessing she's like 41 or something like that. 45, 6% more. We'll take
主
it.
公召我，
We will fight this. I don't want to take any casualties, especially since we're raising. I mean, their faction didn't do anything wrong. It's just that we need points right now. So let's go. Alrighty. It doesn't even have walls, so yeah. We're gonna be fighting from this place. The tree. Oh, trees. No. Then we're gonna fight from here. We don't want the trees to get in the way. They will probably charge out, given how hopeless the situation is. It's like, wife, I know you're sad dad died, but
时机已至，
we gotta murder some people here
准备就绪，
to avenge. We'll burn down the city.
若不专心战斗，定债辱于阵前。住口，受死吧！
No one wants to duel.
准备好了，
Oh, one person wants to duel. Okay,
快速前进！
it's experience. Why not? I'll boost him.
抓紧，赶快赶快！注意，
There we go.
敌军士兵正在溃逃，
万箭齐发，
时机已至。
I need to go get some experience too. If no one wants to duel me, I can smash some units. How did she die?
什么？就这点本事？敌将受手！加快速
Alright,
度！
we got some angry enemy generals. I don't want to take damage from that.
在，
准备好了，
时机已至，
Ride back.
赶快赶快！
准备开战！我射击，
顶住，跑起来！准备开战！
Doesn't want to duel. Wish he would.
准备好了，准备射击。
Guess we just have to toast them.
依我看，你已取得了进步。
Ah, he got knocked out. Good job.
一群懦夫，备好冲锋了吗？
Try to go kill him.
光敌军，
好准备。随机一致。
Pull back. And watch him die, because, you know, our cavalry have 510 charge, thanks to Sun Ce. And then we got one more angry general. Oh, Goro is a Burn officer. Don't kill him. Back off. Back off. Let him go angry. Let him kill a couple of guys. It's fine. Yeah, Golgan's son, I believe in the game, is a Burn officer.
逃兵，来我这
Just,
边，
just pull away.
速速前进。
He's not unbreakable.
来吧，继续。
Shoot these, shoot these, shoot these.
记住你面对的
Negative
是何人吧。
670. I just saw that for a second there. Negative 63. Route, please. You lost your horse
敌军
too.
士兵正在溃逃。
Perfect. Let's see if we can capture him. And
思维迅捷，
he has
则可
resiliency.
避其锋芒。
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, I guess there's a different start date. He does have burnt in I think different start dates. Anyways, 10 points back. Any generals? Items? We did get him, but now that he doesn't have it, I mean, we can employ him
平定天
because we're
下，
raising this down for 18 points.
不能让此城再建起来。
Faction destroyed.
新运良
We're
谋，
gonna attack Zhang Yan's army.
干掉他们！
Ooh. What's with the high casualty ratio? You think we can't take care of this army? Wow, what a map. That's a lot of trees. We got this little pocket here that we can fight from, I guess. With so much fire. No fire arrows though, unfortunately. Not yet. That's why we don't have night battle.
在
顽强不屈。挺住，
时机一致，
时机已至，
鼓起勇气，
Let's go scout.
赶快！
准备就绪。
I don't mind just wasting a few shots just to start burning the forest.
此地有埋伏！
Oh, where? Hidden units, where, Lu? Where?
准备好了，
准备好了，
Oh?
速速前进！准备开战！
Someone's willing to duel Lu Bu. They're still hidden.
在，加快速度！跑步！
I mean, they have to show up eventually. And when is this forest gonna get on fire? Have we killed anyone? No. So we're not even hitting the right spot. Oh, there we go. Finally see a unit.
战车，万箭齐发。
在，敌军诡计多端，竟然设伏于此！
Finally got some fire sparks.
万箭齐发，
鼓起勇气！
Not gonna be a pleasant forest for you guys to come out of. I promise you that.
巴士车准备，万箭齐发。
Where's your generals?
当心，这是敌人设下的
Oh,
圈套！
wow. Bigger front line than I thought. They do outnumber us. I think they have like 1,700 and we have like 1,200?
时机已至，跑起来，鼓起勇气，跑步，毛兵听命，越快，在
Ah, there's Zhang Yan,
准备好了，
who doesn't want to duel because he's a coward. Faction leaders tend to, you know, keep themselves safe, which makes perfect sense, but still.
挺住，
Alright, Dad, let me take the tough one. You take the girl. Mom's like, I'm not gonna go heal you guys for this one. Just because there's a little bit too many enemy units nearby. And Zhang Yan still hasn't dueled yet. Oh, Dad, you got knocked out by a girl? Alright, can we fit both of them on screen? Yes, we can. Oh, you're on your own? Alright, who's gonna be able to win these first? I'm gonna use my smash attack. I'm gonna use my splash attack and also boost my own damage. Oh, Dad still won.
准备就绪。
真是毫无骨气。
Alright, let me get back on my horse, which I somehow got knocked out.
正在溃逃。
Not long behind. There we go. We got him. Right after. Uh-oh. Get him on the field. Yeah, get him rolling on the ground. You actually fight better.
顽强不屈。
Kicking up. No. Turn it off. Just fight. No.
可怜之语，必出自可怜之口。
Ah, she just wants to get back on the horse. I'm gonna freeze everyone in place.
无不披靡。
Are you on your horse now?
做好准
Let's
备
get。out first. Keep them still, and then we'll just shoot them.
做好准备。
No one can move. Generals can, but units can't move.
敌军士兵正在溃逃。
Yeah, just get hit by our units. You're not braced.
停住。注意，
Alright, I'll come heal you guys.
顽强不屈。准备开战。在。动作快点。
They routed already.
片甲不留。
Alright, they're moving again. I don't think Zhang Yan's gonna fight.
好。
We'll just chase out that unit.
加快脚步。
We can pull back now.
此部队史实已悉数用尽。
Alright, our trebuchets are done.
鼓起勇气。准备好了。
We can freeze them again very soon before they approach our lines, especially if the cavalry, if they're switching locations. Very smart.
准备就绪，加速前进。
They notice that we don't have anything here. Little do they know.
准备就绪。赶快。加快速度。
I should give this army some juggernauts. With the freeze, like, imagine we just freeze them right in front of the juggernaut.
无法继续射击了。
We're running out of ammo everywhere. Do they have a burn officer?
披靡。加速前进。加快脚步。
毛兵来我身边。龙魂猛士，
What happened to you guys? Oh,
行进。
yeah, it's the skirmish mode issue.
飞龙猛士，
You guys over here.
加快脚步。做好准备，
Clear out some space for us.
准备开战。加快脚步，跑起来。
挺住。注意。
Surprise!
若是你想休息，我会明白的。真乃高论，或许应准备一战。
敌军四散而逃，到底是
Let me
无
go
胆鼠
smash
辈。
that.
准备就绪。
Where's the other shock cavalry? Remember there was two. Maybe here?
准备开战。干得好！在，跑起来！
They all routed.
冲啊！
I'll go immobilize them.
做好准备，赶快！时机已至。
Alright, stop charging. Let me kill you.
敌军
Ooh!
顽强不
We
屈，
got a group that actually made it from behind.
注意，杀光敌军。
顽强不屈，
Wow, that Onyx Dragon unit's getting torn apart by Zhang Yan, who doesn't even have a smash ability.
敌军四散而逃，到底是无胆鼠辈。
He's unbreakable. He's gonna take a little bit of work to kill. I might change my options here. They can kill him pretty quick. Double damage.
顽强不屈，
We're within the heal zone. Everyone, get out. This could just get slaughtered.
进军。
Open up, loose formation, let the cavalry
去
through.
死吧！
满口戏言，毫无益处。
The destroy one of our trebuchets. As long as the humans are not dead, next battle, it'll come back with full numbers.
此人已死，
Alright,
可
good
慨
win.
叹也。
Alrighty, so this should be Zhang Yan's last force, like main force here.
攻无不克，战无不胜。
We caught him. I'm gonna release, maybe get fondness?
放了他们，让他们牢记我的大，请下命令。我一人便可
Ooh, 2
横
level
扫
ups.
天军。
So finally, night battle. And I think we're just gonna swap these two who are injured and go with some Juggernauts just because it works so well with the immobilize. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go this way. Can't chase him. He can't do much to us either, so I think we're fine. This army,
来，咱们谈谈吧
these。two are in alliance, but I think we're gonna make a move against both of them. So I think we do just go to war with Zhang Yang, and you know, fight both Yuan Shao and Gong Sun Dan at the same time, which I think is perfectly fine. Now we still need to build up our points, even though we broke through the 30-point threshold, which is great, because now immediately we are in positive territory instead of negative. Like the jump between 30 and 30, like from 29 and 30 is huge. Like our faction income just like, it's all fixed. I can't do much against, I can't reach that army. So I'm not gonna move them. I think we'll just stay in Shangyong for now. We can fight these two. They're not together. So if I hit him or hit her, she should run. We want good capture rate, so I think we're
大
gonna
人
use
有何
him
打算？
as the lead.
大人，悉听尊便。此地人口众多，
She
熙熙
should
攘攘
back off. No. Oh, because she can get reinforcement if they're working together here. Well, we want 2 separate fights because we want, you know, 20 points instead of 10 points here. So let's fight this as well. Alrighty, this one should just be formalities. Shouldn't take us that long to wipe out that army.
时机已至。
We are downhill. Oh, we can be uphill. Now these things don't work well uphill or downhill. They work well when they're flat. So maybe here, relatively flat. It's just not ideal terrain, but we'll work with it.
准备就绪。在，注意，
Actually, let's call them 2. Let's call these 1. These work well when they're high ground. Yeah.
好准备。顶住！劳兵听命，时机已至。骑兵听命。准备好了，
581 charge on these guys. Insane.
准备就绪。准备开战。
Where is the enemy? Hopefully that'll be a heal for... Oh, silver weapon.
时机已至。鼓起勇气。
This might be a one-way trip for... Like, he does have Eternal Blaze, but that doesn't help him here. Yeah, this might be a one-turn trip for Macho.
动。
It's good armor, but like, this is an armor-piercing weapon.
顽强不屈。发矢车听命。此地有埋伏。准备好了。
Alright, looks like we can win. Barely. And then the Tiger Cub's gonna charge us. Alright, we can't have that. Clean them up. Get Macho out. Oh, it is close.
注意，
We did it. Right in the middle of their cavalry, though.
尚需喘息之机。
Ignore me. Ignore me. let me get back on my horse.
我军士兵丢盔弃甲，真懦夫也。
Oh, he's routing. Do the damage. Vanguards with their low morale. At least they'll be ignored for this part. That's good. We'll move into intercept. Alright, with our oppressive charging, they can't really stand a chance. Want to loop hard around their front line. He bumped into it. Might as well just go for it. Alright, turn around, finish that unit up. Then they're out of cavalries. You're on that. You're on that. You're on that. Should be able to make the turn. They shouldn't be able to bother us. Okay, you three get out of the fire zone. Literally the fire zone. Don't want any friendly damage here. Chase them down. Chase them down. Stop firing there. Fire at will. They just erase generals, erase units with double charge. Alright, clean that up. It's over. One stubborn unit with the active. Oh, he doesn't even have the unbreakable. Why is he not breaking? There we go. Give us the win. Negative 99. Negative 100. Time to rout, boys. Time to rout. There we go. It's kind of hard to find that white flag from the bag, I guess. Alrighty, that's one army down. I think we can use this as a save point. We're in a pretty healthy amount. Obviously, we want to be over 70 if we can. It's probably not possible on this turn. I'll take you for the weapon. I'm gonna release you. Ooh, level up. Oh, do we have enough movements? Maybe not. Maybe we'll be trapped here for a turn, which will be kind of awkward. But yeah, we got through the transition. There's a lot of rebel army for their civil war. We're over at least 30 points, which is key for when your leader dies like that. And now we're just gonna try to get ourselves back over 70. And we're under new regimes now. And we're waiting for us to reach king so we can pass the throne to the emperor, who's the one we want to be the leader the whole time. Sun Ce can be, the heir at that time once we marry Lu Ji to the emperor as a wife. Lu Ji being here, obviously. And the Northern War went fairly well this episode. I think Zhang Yan's on his last legs. We'll be able to wipe him out. Unfortunately, no one's going to be able to wipe out Zheng Jiang. I think she's sailing back to wipe out Zhang Yan, but she's just going to be stranded there for a little bit. We're going to be moving against Gong Sun Zan, Yuan Shao, Zhang Yang, and the rest of the northern factions next. I think we want to take these land and make them into mini vassals and trade partners. So Yemen would be a trade partner, Zhongshan would be a trade partner, Anping would be a trade partner. Shangdang here we raised. It's kind of awkward because I don't want to touch her. So I don't know who's going to take these over. Maybe Zhengjiang can rebuild her faction here, but I do want them to get wiped. So it's kind of a double-edged sword here. We could reclaim it. It's half cost for us because we do have Sun Jian. We could just build a vassal out here, another good trade route, and slowly work that way. Maybe ask them to go to war with them, something like that. But that's where things stand. We messed with Liu Bao's faction a lot this episode as well. And we got the sons to backstab the dad. And we can actually try to maybe reap the benefit of their civil war. I mean, for one, we got Huang Zhong. So that's already a huge benefit. And we can see if we can grab some of Cao Cao and Yuan Shao's character moving forward. And that's where things stand. So until next time, bye.